Welcome to Chris Linford Get Going Guides at chrislinford.co.uk. You can find us on YouTube, iTunes and on chrislinford.co.uk. These tutorials are about setting up WordPress. WordPress is a great application for making blogs or very quick websites and is very flexible. First thing to do is to get into your cPanel to install WordPress onto your server. If you're not sure how to do that, look at my Get Going guides on finding a host and installing software. But this is the basic cPanel that we're working at, and we want to go down to Softer Solutions. So if we scroll down to where we can find it, we can find this button here in the cPanel, and we just want to click on that, and then comes up lots of software that you can use on your server. And we want to go to blogs, and we want to choose WordPress, and up comes this WordPress thing, and it gives you a good thing in Softer Solutions where you can look at demos and find some information about it, but we just want to install it. The good thing about this system is you don't need to mess around with installing SQL databases and setting it up on your server. It does it all for you. It gives you a little bit of information down here for it, but we just want to click on install, and then up comes all the information that we got for it. So we're using an HTTP system. This is a domain. I'm setting it up on chrislinford.co.uk. First thing we need to do is to make a folder. So I'm going to make a folder for it, which is where it's going to insert the WordPress files. So I'm making a folder. If you want to run WordPress as the entry to your website, so your whole website is going to be based on WordPress, you don't want to put a folder in at all, and then when you type your domain name it will go straight to the WordPress index file and we'll load that straight up. So I've typed WordPress in, so it's going to go into a folder here for me. Then I can put in, if I move down to site settings, I can then say what do I want for to call my blog. So I'm going to call it Chris Linford WordPress, and then I can put a strapline on it, and I'm going to call that all my blogs there, and that will appear on your WordPress file there. Then you can move down and you can type in what do you want the admin username to be. So when you log in as the authorized user, what do you want to call yourself, and what do you want your password to be. So I'm going to keep it admin, and at the moment I'm going to keep it on a straight simple password. I'm just going to call it pass, so it's easy for me to log in. You would want to change this to be something a bit more secure for this, so put in some hexadecimal codes and things to make it a bit more secure. And then we want an email address for that to go to. So on your server you'd want to set up an email account for admin. I'm just going to call it Chris at this point. The good thing about this is it will send you information to remind you what your WordPress settings were, and what you can do is also put in another email address as a backup. So I'm just going to put in my university address there as a backup, and that will give you a quick guide if you need to see your information from another email host. And then all you do is click install, and then it will run through the install system for you, which is quite quick, and it's already there. It will send you an email, but you can access your WordPress account straight away. You can go into the public view, which is chrislinford.co.uk/WordPress, or you can go to the administrative section where you can start to make changes and control it, which is in the WP-admin section for it. So we just, if we want to, we can just click on the public view for this, and this is the basic WordPress page that it's got. So you can see here I've got the title, Chris Linford WordPress, and all my blogs is the strapline for that. And at the moment this is the basic file that it's come with me. So I've got some basic information down here. We can change all this later, and a hello world just to show that it's starting to work. Now what you want to do is to get into the admin section on it so that you can make some changes. So if we just put WP admin, which is what it has before, we go to there, and then we can log in to WordPress there. So I've just got my admin, and then I type my password, and I can log in, and then I can start to make changes with it. So which is quite easy. So this is the control panel. We'll have a look at the control panel in the next tutorial, but basically what you've done now is you've installed it, you can access the admin, and you can start working on it. So that's it for installing WordPress. Find me on www.chrislinford.co.uk or on iTunes and YouTube, and visit more tutorials on how to start to control the WordPress site to make it your own personal site.